Hi everyone, welcome back to A View from the Fourth Floor. I'm Khalid, and today I have a few topics I want to talk about. The first being road tax. As you know, the Ministry of Transport, Anthony Locke, recently announced that Malaysian drivers no longer need to display the road tax on their car. And of course, this brought a lot of differing views, especially from various parties, all of you have interests on the road tax situation. Me personally, I think the underlying issue is on the quality of the stickers, because ultimately it is a nightmare to apply, especially with the fragile nature of the sticker. If you pull it a different way, it will tear, and then you have to do a lot of different things to make sure that it sticks. Me personally, I use a piece of plastic that comes every time you renew the insurance. A piece of sticker with the insurance details and all that. So you stick the road tax on the plastic first before you apply it to your car, and then use the other piece of the plastic to make sure that it sticks without actually having to stick it directly to your car. Now, the some of the issues that was raised is basically talking about how the fact that you no longer need to display the road tax sticker will lead to certain disruption to people who earn a living from actually becoming runners to process the sticker payments and deliver the stickers and all that. But I guess ultimately, in this age of technology, with all the digital information, data is easily accessible. You don't really need to show a physical sticker on your car just to say if you paid the road tax and all that, because you've made the payments, the data is there. The authorities can simply just use whatever devices they have to check the database to make sure that the car already paid the road tax and whatnot, and this is just evolution of technology. And on top of that, there's also this call. Or next, I want to talk about tolls, payment of tolls. Now in Malaysia, we have our touch and go tool. Touch and go tool. Is it a tool? Is it a service? Well, it's a service, definitely, that is being used to pay for tolls, amongst other things. And how they basically do it is you have either tapping a physical card onto a terminal, use I don't know, kind of infrared or transmitter, a smart tag transmitter that allows you to drive through, and it will detect the payment. And the latest thing, it was using RFID basically to detect or exact payment. Now, thing is, it's not really reliable, in the sense that there's always issues with people not having enough balance, the machine not detecting your card or not detecting the RFID sticker, and it sometimes causes a lot of delays, especially when people try to reverse and move forward again in the RFID lane, and sometimes causes unnecessary disruption. Now, amongst the ideas that have been mooted are using a different mechanism to detect road usage, and this would allow for a seamless flow through of traffic using technology that is already being used by other countries around the world. And I guess this, to me, it opens up an opportunity to consider road usage as another utility, like when you use electricity, it detects your usage, and you can pay at the end of the month. So it is not, how should I say it, something that you have to like pay there and then, right? I mean, you use the roads, and the system detects that you use it. At the end of the day, you get a bill and you pay. It may lead to better expense management by people, because they know basically their road usage, and they can allocate a certain amount to be paid at the end of the month or something like that. And it will also alleviate the whole congestion at tolls and whatnot, because you don't need to queue up and tap and pay. At the same time, you just need a system to track the cars as it goes through whatever detection mechanism that you have. It would be much, much better than what you have now, and especially if you consider usage of roads as a utility. Next up, I want to talk about Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal's just probably going through a mini slump. Not a mini slump, because they lost to Everton the day before. They had the opportunity to go to play Bradford, and we drew that game, albeit there was a dubious call of an offside goal. But it looked like Brentford wanted a bit more than Arsenal. And now we have the prospect of playing Man City in the weekday. And of course, now that we are 6 points ahead, but still the title race is as close as ever now. I think it's not a foregone conclusion that Arsenal will win the league, definitely. And between what's happening at Man City with the Chargers and all that, I think they will be definitely more motivated to beat Arsenal. But at the same time, and City needs to get over Aston Villa first, I think, in the game this week. And let's see what happens then. But I guess as an Arsenal fan, I think we can only look at our team and see how we play the opponents in front of us. So hopefully there will be some improvements, especially in the game against City. But ultimately, a win would be great. Loss, it's not the end of the world. There's still a lot of games to play, and hopefully, we can pick up some consistency and some points along the way. And hopefully, finally this year it will be it. Ini kalilah Arsenal, right? Now, the last topic that I want to talk about is psychological safety. Psychological safety refers to an environment where you feel comfortable and you feel supported to express your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas without any fear of negative consequences or retaliation. Now, in an organization that have established psychological safety, the people there, they are encouraged to take risks, to innovate, and they are able to ask questions, make mistakes, learn from it, and basically to improve what's getting the feedback for them to further improve, without fear of being punished or criticized. Now, this environment promotes a sense of comfort, or maybe mental well-being, that you are able to contribute without being reprimanded for making a mistake or anything like that. Now, the reason I'm talking about psychological safety, I'm trying to see whether or not we, as a society, or we as Malaysians, do we see that happening? Or if you look at Twitter, you talk about something, if you say something, you have a different opinion, how quickly that can turn into an adverse situation, right? Especially in the experiences that we saw in previous administration or previous government. Someone corrects, or someone makes a comment, or someone asks a question about certain things, and all of a sudden, a lot of negative reactions are being thrown, or it kind of implies that you can't see anything, you can't see, or you can't give a different opinion and whatnot. But ultimately, how do you achieve that that situation or that scenario where you have psychological safety? I guess it boils down to the leadership. In an organization, if you're the boss, if you're the leader, you set the expectation, you set the example, right? You show, or you walk the talk, right? When you say that, oh, this organization have psychological safety, you can say anything to me, don't go on reprimanding the next person who criticizes you as a boss, right? And I guess in the context of a country, it needs to stem from leadership, right? So I think the recent brouhaha, kerfuffle about appointment of certain family members into advisory roles and all that, right? I mean, it reeks of nepotism, but of course, everything is being justified. It's being defined as a lot of other things. But the point that the people are trying to say is, hey, come on, you're not infallible. You need to listen to criticism or listen to the views of others, because ultimately, everyone has the best interest in mind. We want the country to prosper and to move. And when certain things are highlighted, it doesn't mean that you're not supporting or anything like that, right? It's just that we're highlighting, or we're pointing out discrepancies and misconceptions. Hopefully people learn and we can be better. So again, psychological safety is important in organizations, in situations, in families. You need to be able to have that conversation with people and listening to what their opinions, what they have to say, and ultimately come to a landing where everyone can agree or can disagree about their points, or about the points that they want to make. So that's that, right? I know the podcast has been a bit everywhere. I know there's no structure to it, but this is something that, and I'll probably try to improve along the way. Yeah, it's just for fun. If people, if you guys listening there, all 5 of you who listens, if you have any questions or if you want to engage, you can just reach out, leave a comment, and yeah, we see where it goes. Okay, all right. This is Khalid from A View from the 4th Floor. Thank you. Bye bye.